minutes. We'll see for two. And we'll see Kirk Cousins. And ball comes out. Falcons get on it. Here is Bijan Robinson. Has to hesitate. There wasn't much. He is going to hand to Kyron Williams. And the top back of that duo, but he's been able to get on it.
Remarkable considering there was question marks as to whether or not he was even going to MVP.
Play action here. Stafford out to his right. Has room in front of him. Airs it out downfield. And he and Parkins this season. And to go with what you said about almost starting on IR, he told us
Professional football for a living. You can only imagine what he goes through each week to be prepared.
Here's Bumfield on the quick catch.
Bottom of the screen, and it's an excellent route. He holds the line until right when he's making the cut, and he's got excellent hands. He's one of these young Devontae Adams out with injury.
Sure looked like he was short, and a challenge from Raheem Morris.
Assist if you determine that the runner didn't catch the ball, however, you're short of the line to gain. It'll bring up fourth down from that spot.
Broke the huddle. I thought he might use snap count to try to draw him off sides. That would have been bold. You know, talking about coming in.
Ethan Evans will punt it. Devin Tompkins is waiting and calls for a fair catch.
He is much healthier than he was a year ago.
Looked like maybe a false start that the Falcons just got away with, and Bijan Robinson over the left side.
He would be released this offseason. Was surprised to be back in Atlanta.
That is a false start.
Yep. This was the quarterback.
Play action, and Cousins under heavy pressure by Nate Lane.
And the left guard is who's trying to block him, and he just gets right past him. Cousins, he has no choice.
Algier in the backfield. He gets it over the right side, and on 2nd and 10 gets 2. That's it. So you're going landman. You're going.
And it all ties together. The interesting thing, guess what his sister's name is?
3rd down and 8. Here comes landman. And here's a completion of Mooney. And
He has to be a factor, and this is an excellent route. He recognizes that it's zone, and he just subtly slides.
Broke his collarbone on the first day of camp. Here's play action from Cousins. Mooney the target. Incomplete. At $100 million guaranteed in March of 2024, 43 days later, as benign with comments and all that, that's about as forcefully as he can say anything. As Robinson on 2nd.
Draft a quarterback. It was a rich quarterback draft last year.
3rd down and 2. Sills finds a hole in this defense.
Help on the outside.
2nd down and goal. Why not toss it back to Robinson? And there is nothing there. Well played by the Rams. 3rd down and goal. Floated. Robinson. Touchdown, Atlanta. Touchdown catch number 4 for Bijan Robinson.
3rd best in the NFL, forcing field goals in the red zone.
Zane Gonzalez makes it 7-0. Cousins, you think they're not
ball, and Bijan comes up the field. He works across against that zone look. Cousins has to hang in the pocket. Byron Young was barely
finished strong and excites some other team. This is into the end zone and out to the. They've got a quarterback in Michael Penix Jr. who has torn an ACL for the 3rd time in his career.
And they're not so sure he won't be back again.
Stafford, good protection, and what a play. It is Ellis who.
He's getting underneath that route. He's got eyes on Stafford the entire way. Otherwise, if Puka Nacua, but a really versatile player.
Stafford well protected again. Parkinson can't make the catch off his hands.
Him really well, a lot of ties to this Rams team. He said, we can win.
Their head coach was a Rams defensive coordinator for 3 years. He knows Stafford well. Stafford, what a good job. Drew the defense to him and then.
For them down the stretch, number 27, and it opens up that outside lane then for Stafford to buy himself some time. Just not quite able to handle. It was about as well thrown as you can have.
Here's a handoff to Blake Corum and Caden Ellis.
The team ran more 3 wide receivers than the Rams. This year they started in that direction. Kind of get the best of both worlds from that personnel.
Handoff to Corum. It'll be 3rd down and short.
He just kind of laughed and said,
Third down and short, and a completion to Puka Nacua. Perfect throw, good diving catch.
Most wide receivers. This guy is as physical at the point of the catch as.
Hand off to Corum, and a nice gain on first.
Bay, and he had a vision for how this guy was going to be used based on what he had seen of him. For him.
Second down and 7, play action. Davis Allen with a flag flying.
Hands to the face,
Ronnie
defense
Harrison.
number 36. It's a 5-yard penalty from the previous spot, automatic first down.
Creates more space in such small areas as Davante Adams.
Here's Parkinson on first down, a nice gain.
In the red zone. He's got 12 touchdowns just in the red zone alone of his 14, and man, not nice.
Play action, Stafford out to his left. Trying to find. What a play that was to stop the Rams on 4th down and 1 as Bijan Robinson.
But he just beats him off the line of scrimmage because Humphreys is slow. First down.
On 2nd down and 6, here's Bijan Robinson as they set up a screen. So good with room in front, and he's got a first. Who after 1 lead the LA Rams by 7. It's week number backfield. On first down, he gets it. A really good backup running back who could start for other teams.
Algier, he was a guy who came in as a rookie, had a 1,000-yard season, averaged just under 5 seats to him, but still a really solid running back.
Algier on 2 carries gets a first down. I have not heard.
And that he was going season with someone.
Cousins able to complete. London's got a first down.
Round to try to get his eyes off Drake London. He does exactly what he's supposed to do, but Forbes still keeps his eyes.
Timeout Cousins. Falcons came into this game 30th on 3rd downs.
He's going to get us back in the promised land.
Here's Robinson on first down. Got hit.
To manipulate, move, and then accelerate and get into some of the tiniest spaces. But he's gotten pounded a couple times.
9th play of the drive, and they haven't crossed midfield until now. Robinson breaking tackles. That's
Just about their game, just a different level of player.
Yep, special guy. 3rd down and 9. Sideline shot, and it's not there. Pitch.
Yeah, this defense, like I said earlier, it's a group that gives up yards and drive.
Pinion, end over end punt, and a fair catch is hauled in, but was with Kyle Pitts on that 3rd down throw.
Yeah, he had a one-on-one isolation with Kyle Pitts split out wide, and
Kyron Williams over the right side, gets to the edge, and a decent gain with that lunge. To keep an eye on that offensive line and how they get through tonight.
you watch the Rams over and over and over with this 2 and 3 tight ends blocking the perimeter and giving the running back an open lane.
Nacua on the sideline, and Kyron Williams meets IR and is working his way back, but he
fought for a number of years.
Awfully good. Throw is picked off. Intercepted by Bates. It was high for Mumfield. Bates picks it.
Great job by Jesse Bates, just sitting back in center field, and really more than anything.
Carolina, but just his 6th interception all year to go with his 40 touchdowns. And this
field to intercept it. That's his 27th career interception. He is a ball hawking safety in his 13th.
He's been playing a long time, 17th season. State of Georgia, as Whittington returns it and cannot get to the 20.
And it's hard to, what we're watching tonight, it's hard.
Play action from Stafford. He finds Parkinson, the tight end. They're still without Tyler Higbee.
They're going to come up with a new personnel package. It's going to be the 14. They're going to be one back and four tight ends.
Picks it. 2nd and 4. Cora cannot break tackles enough. Kobe Bryant.
The injuries are having an impact. And the left tackle, as we mentioned, and you start losing starters, it impacts you.
Stafford protected. He's got a man, and a diving catch by Terrence Ferguson.
And he just takes off. But the protection, they're able to pick up the look that they get. And Ferguson, he just runs right.
Falcons traded back into the first round to draft James Pierce. Here's a nice run by Corum to get the most that he could out of that. Rams used it on Terrence Ferguson.
This game is even more important for the LA Rams.
Flag on the play. Nakua, what a catch!
Illegal formation. Offense. Number 72 is not on the line of scrimmage.
Wow.
5-yard penalty to play, 2nd down.
How far back he is. His helmet, it's got to break. It's supposed to break the belt. And he didn't.
He's back again right now. 2nd down and 13. And Corum over the right side meets the rookie.
You hate to see that. That's Blake Corum. Talked about him being the
3rd down and 11. Ferguson in motion. Here is a throw low for 2nd down carry that he had Pierce land on that right leg and right ankle and foot.
It started kind of splitting the load a little bit. So he's a
Ethan Evans. Great punt. Absolutely perfect. If I use the telestrator.
Yeah, knock yourself out.
A for the NFC South. As Cousins just keeps it to get a little breathing room. However, Week 18 at home against New Orleans, and that's not easy. Tyler Shuck is playing great. Right of a round-robin head-to-head. So they're watching this game thinking, why not take a little bit of the pressure off, but they will play on Saturday.
The Carolina Panthers.
Yeah. 14-0. Now it's 3rd down and 8. 3rd and 8. Delay game.
With an ankle injury, he is questionable. You guys were talking about the impact he's had lately in the last 4.
But now Corum is injured and back getting looked at. It's going to be 4th down as Robinson is brought down by Landman.
They do a good job, and now this is a great opportunity for the Rams as we count down to the 2-minute warning.
Xavier Smith waiting. Pinion gets rid of it in 5. Smith on the return.
Out to has to get it off, and not only does he get it off, but he bombs one. Joe, you talked about the special thought, but here they are with a 14-0 lead.
That was a 61-yard punt. Here is a shot downfield. Flags on
Ellis. He ran.
With a minute 37 left.
Pass interference. Offense number 19. Penalties decline. Olade.
That's his 4th, and how about Caden Ellis?
Caden Ellis was running from the line underneath Smith. I mean, this tells you what, and he's a promising player.
Here's Robinson, right side. Nice cutback. Hitting. Won't get there. Touchdown and left. Longest run of Bijan's career, college or pro. 93 yards.
And they're coming.
4th down and 6. Stafford steps up and completes. He's got Smith. Xavier Smith to the
steps up, and he makes the block that allows Stafford.
Kyron Williams runs into Diablo, the guy he just blocked.
To extend their lead. Wouldn't have taken much to at least come away with a field goal opportunity.
Brandon did help to get off the field, and you see he kind of sticks that left leg into the turf. And he couldn't put it.
Was banged up there in that first half. Good to see him working it out on the sideline.
A little extra. Most pass breakups and leads the team now with 4 picks. Stafford's in trouble and wrapped up by Leonard.
And they're able to free up Leonard Floyd, who comes inside, and just a great job. So we saw the Rams go for it on
try. Second kicker of the year for the Rams, and he's only missed one. Has himself on bunks at Camp Kikiwaka. If you know, you
93-yard run for the touchdown in the first half. Breaks the tackle, and there he goes. Down inside the 41.
That's pretty good. There's not a lot of backs in this league.
They just get it away. You heard Cousins say we got to go. They go right back to number 7. He gets a block from his Pro Bowl right guards. Just keep piling up for Bijan Robinson. For a Super Bowl team in '98, and now Bijan Robinson, who gets it again. Just
fatigued. I mean, it is something. And I played with one of the games
now. They shut this play down, and one of Emmett's great attributes.
Years that he played for the Cowboys before he went for Arizona, and you know, Bijan Robinson is just was made the first guy miss.
Backpedaling, Sills with the catch. Backpedaling on the throw. Tried by Zane Gonzalez. Third kicker of the year for Atlanta. And his holder is the punter Bradley Pinion. The good night continues. I want to talk seeding for the Rams here during this drive. The skill they have, especially on offense, this good young defense is really coming on, and they are showing the Rams just how.
Couldn't be more impressed with what Jeff Ulbrich, the defensive coordinator, and his group has done defensively. The Rams and the offense for Atlanta comes right back down and gets them back, as you said.
Rams have not run for really on to win that game. The division will be won by San Francisco or Seattle. They play next Saturday night on ABC. It's very much in play, especially now with the way this game is going. Here's an incompletion. Football League, it would never be disrespectful that way. But if you're the number 5 seed, you go to the number 4. I'll tell you how they could be either one here in a second. Is Williams ends up getting Tampa Bay, certainly still could win the NFC South, but they may need a little bit of help.
At home against Arizona and a Seattle win in San Francisco next Saturday night. Here's a spinning catch by Parkinson, able to hang on
this year, but looking at it a little bit deeper when we talk about the next week's matchup with Seattle. Bye week is going to need it, and they will have earned it.
Stafford's got a man. He's got a touchdown. The rookie 7 yards, and the third touchdown for the rookie Ferguson.
Is working up, but then he's going to go back to the corner, so it ties in as though he's going to continue on that deep crosser, and that's what the defense is
good. And so after being shut out in the first half for the 3rd time in 9 years with McDaniel,
and when this ball goes in the air, he knew it was going to be a touchdown. That thing hadn't even been caught yet. It's the most in the league for one player. Tonight he has 70%.
Wide open is Mooney. And Darnell Mooney.
Unnecessary roughness, roughing the passer, number 94. It's a 15-yard penalty for the end of the run. First down, Atlanta.
Last minute, there's the hit. I guess it must have been body weight is what I'm guessing based on the end of it.
7-year-old Kirk Cousins. Play action from Cousins. Here's Robinson. Caught it on his hip, broke a tackle, and then gets stood up inches in.
When this half started, the Rams were able to come away with 3 points. The Falcons went right back down the field.
2nd down and 2. Robinson just picked up the first down by himself.
Guy basically right in the hole right there, and his jump cut, and I mean,
Robinson right side, tripped off and then gets hit by McCullough.
On Monday night at Old Texas Stadium, and I was standing next to Jason Garrett, who was my backup. They handed it to Barry. He's on the ground.
Cue the text from Jason Garrett. Here's Algier. You saw
at this point in the year, and you've had the year that the Falcons have had, and I've been in that locker room, and it's a football team, and it made them look pretty average.
3rd down and 2, and Algier is brought down in the backfield. Jared Verse was the first.
If Zane Gonzalez is able to make this field goal, it's big, because then you
blocked. And that was big Jared Verse. He's gone on his way for the touchdown.
Kind of fitting that it's a special teams play.
Picked it up and went for the touchdown. Mevis makes it a 7-point game. They were swing. And that was as clean as they get.
Well, I said it earlier in the game, Joe, that if they were going to win this game, they had to win the special teams side.
This ball is trapped by Tompkins. And this game feels a lot.
He's having an impact, even though his stats this year haven't been what he would like, and that's.
He made an impact and changed the tenor of what we're watching. Here's a nice catch by Bijan Robinson, which also has been given all this great sound from the line of scrimmage. Our lead audio engineer.
The music. There's Nate Landman down. He's getting up. That's a good.
Like a challenge. 2nd down and 7. Bijan over the left side. As they get.
Well, I said it earlier.
Trying to help. Rams has already signed a 3-year extension. They block him up. The pass is incomplete. No. 4th down and 4. And the punt from Pinion. At the 9. Broke 1 tackle. And brought down near percentage. 250+ pass yards and 5 pass touchdowns in a game. Kyron Williams. Out of
into this game, the Rams, that is, that they thought they would get more of what we just saw, and the Falcons have held up. They're able to get a crease with Kyron Williams.
Protection is good underneath. It's Parkinson. Diablo on the tackle.
Emotionally was as they carted him off the field. So Brandon Dorless will not return.
Good protection. Parkinson with a catch. Had to reach for it. And Diablo. Field goal for a touchdown for the Rams in 640 games. I'll ask you.
He almost pulled a hamstring running down that sideline. Thought he was going to call a timeout.
Here's Nakua. Cannot make
anything exotic. This is one-on-one coverage with Terrell on the outside. Safety was in the middle, and seen a lot of here.
He's got Terrell. Pierce coming off the edge. Ball's free. There is a flag, and it may have been the field. Watch. Here's the call.
Offside. Defense, number 27. It's a 5-yard penalty. Replay, 3rd down.
But, they are then in the neutral zone, and he was when the ball was snapped.
That's his 3rd penalty of the year. Kyron Williams on 3rd down. Not much. Maybe half a yard.
To make a decision, and he already has. They went for it earlier in this game, and they're going for it again.
Quick height. And the rookie with blocking, tiptoeing. Into the end zone. Stayed in bounds. He was close.
And that's Stafford the entire way, waiting for him to turn it loose. Anybody comes in his area, Ferguson does, and he just jumps it.
Ruling on the field is that the runner stepped out of bounds at the 43-yard line. It'll be Atlanta's ball at that spot. However, after the play,
is going to move the ball back on the Atlanta side of the 50. Watts with a 2-interception game. He had 2 for margin. 3rd best in the NFL tonight. They're -3 on the 3 picks.
Able to tie it. But this has been one of those nights for him.
2nd and 4. 3rd down coming.
A lot of good things offensively against this group.
Here is a near pick.
And really had some space. Now the Rams know that, so the gap integrity is not the same. But
so here is the punt by Pinion. Xavier Smith waiting for it. No flag for that. He's thrown 3 interceptions tonight. Here is a handoff to Kyron Williams, breaking tackles and getting.
Going to try to stick with it a little bit here on this drive. It's obvious that Stafford.
They fake it to Williams and now throw it to Kyron Williams, and there's a lot of room in front of him. Stafford Williams, back-to-back catch. Flag on the play. Nakua downfield. He's got it.
10-yard penalty. Replay first down.
Rough night tonight for DJ Humphries.
Nakua, and one called back because of another penalty on Humphries, right at the bottom. And it's just an absolute takedown.
Gain of 30 or more yards to a penalty. And on 1st and 20, Kyron Williams to midfield. Made all starts this season until tonight. Parkinson lowers his shoulder. Good strong catch here to try to pick up a couple.
That was a great job by Ferguson.
They hand off, they pick it up. Kyron Williams dragged.
And he's the guy who has to try to make the play in the open field. And he's not able to do it, but a great
in the red zone. They're 0 for 2 in the red zone trying to score touchdowns. How about Nakua? He says, not anymore. Tie game.
End zone.
Mavis has tied it. Let's go back to the touchdown.
There, and they just ride him all the way up into Henderson, and you see that movement, and so Nakua just gets in behind it, and then
21 or more was Super Bowl 51 to the Patriots. They lost in overtime. They led
because this thing's far from being over, but you can see by the sidelines. You saw Arthur Blank.
That's something you might do. Instead, they play action, and Cousins almost throws a pick. Spates was
quickly. He's at the top. He gets pressure so quickly inside on Matthews that again, it's just Cousins. It's in his
2nd down and 10 now. Cousins pressure, Pitts, strong catch. Did the ball come out?
He goes through Jake Matthews, and Jake Matthews is a heck of a player. I think Verse is one of the most violent pass rushers that
consecutive start here tonight. 1 to go. 6 total timeouts on the board. Here's Robinson.
To the long as 57 yards means get to the 39-yard line, and you're talking a door at least being able to get in field goal range.
Bijan Robinson starts, stops, hits.
So you look at this. I thought Sean McVay might start trying to use some timeouts.
They're letting it roll. Coming after this play. Robinson. 1st down plus. Got a good block from Ty. Bijan Robinson 5 yards away from a 200-yard game. Algier, nothing. Back to the line.
Field goal by Jared Verse that you'd like to get. Forget the blocked field goal. You'd like to get closer anyway. But
for a 2nd down and 9 with 35 seconds left. The 2nd down and 9. Algier cutting back, and he's to the line of scrimmage again, and that is it. Timeout, 3 yards to make it 21-0. Terrence Ferguson, the rookie for the Rams. That's 3 straight runs by Algier, who has never fumbled in his career. 51-yard try.
Yeah, it is an interesting choice, but we saw what Bijan was able to do even on this drive, make some people miss, move the.
From 56 and 37 tonight, 5. He got it. Split the uprights.
On the field to do their jobs.
Stafford. He's got a man. Wide open was Zadel.
And nobody then picks up the outside receiver. And this was an opportunity. If they hit Smith in stride, he's a burner.
And McVay.
Prior to snap, Atlanta takes its first timeout, a 30-second timeout.
They're going to have to put time back on the clock.
That, in this situation, I was shocked to see Jesse Bates kind of trying to take that out.
2nd down. Aired out. 2-2 Atwell. Has it hit?
You see right here at the very end, just trying to, he's got one hand.
Well, I tell you, they may have missed a no call. And now here we are again with the timeout taken by here. not allowing his arm to go up to make the catch. That's a missed call.
And that's a good point, Joe. I mean, that first arm is
Opportunities which you wouldn't expect to see in this situation.
They got to go to the sideline now. It's Nakua. He grabbed it. It's like a catch.
I think this is a better look at it.
That's incredible. That's a one-handed, left-handed
That's a catch. Both feet were in bounds.
It's going to give the Rams a chance.
Review.
Does the ball come out there?
Well,
okay. By the time he regains control of it, the Rams think it's a catch. They're going down to the other end. Bijan Robinson, number 5 seed, are down to one final play. Just before the play, again, the Falcons take a timeout. The Rams can still get a 5 seed with a loss tonight.
The ball carrier and the defender.
Down the sideline, and it's broken up by Terrell.